Hello and welcome everyone, Lionheart here with part 71.5 of the Maratha Confederacy Let's Play for Empire Total War with Darthmod. Now if the title of this video isn't a giveaway already, then unfortunately we have kind of reached that critical mass point. Any save I try and load after having killed Austria, so basically after this point, this was the point where I just taken out the armies outside of Gdansk, and I was about to go in for the final kill, a quick auto-resolve to kill them all, and every save I make after Austria dies refuses to load. And you can see here with my save games, I've been testing this morning, trying various different scenarios to see if I can get to work, because part 70.4 is the last save game that I can load. Now, I will include in the description part 70.4, so this save, which is the one I've just loaded up here, so you'll be completely within this scenario, and part 71. Part 71 is obviously where we got to in the last episode. We were about to attack a fleet of Malta, although somebody said don't bother attacking it, which is fair enough. But yeah, if you can get that to load with Darthmod on Empire Total War, great, awesome. Maybe play a turn or something, make a save and send it back to me, see if that fixes it. I kind of doubt it though, unfortunately. But also with 70.4, that is for you guys if you want to try out and find various different scenarios for how we can go forward. So I've done some testing this morning, and the only saves that would actually load up are ones in which Austria still lives. Now I also got to thinking that, does this mean for some reason the game doesn't want me to kill any more factions? Has it reached some kind of, like, you're not allowed to kill any more, otherwise I can't cope? So what I did was actually I tried in another save, which I'll actually load up and show you guys, because that links into what I'm doing, which is this one, 70.11, which won't be in the description, but you can do the same thing if you want, which is Austria alive, Prussia dead, because I thought best to check to see if I can actually kill another faction, because otherwise, if not, I'm a bit screwed. Because, sure, well, I mean, there's quite a few factions remaining, but that would essentially mean I'd have to beat every faction back to one last settlement, and then leave them there until perhaps the final part where I'd then have to, however long it took, go in and destroy every single faction, which wouldn't be completely, you know, out of the question, but still. Anyway, it seems like that's not the case, because you can see I've gone in here, I've killed Prussia. Prussia is no longer alive. It is dead. I mean, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 16 factions remaining in this game, so it kind of seems weird that it would essentially want to die and corrupt with a single faction missing. So obviously it wasn't Prussia. It doesn't care about Prussia, sorry. But in this game, what I did was, before moving into Gdansk, I traded with Austria Komi, which is not earning me that much, right at the back of the map in Russia. Then I made peace with them, which pulled all their armies back here. Now I could try going and killing Austria again and see if it will work now, but obviously this save loads, so it means I can progress from here, make a save, and keep going forward. Obviously I'm going to be insanely anal about saving going forward in this campaign now. Like, before I go into any major battle or any city, I'm going to make a full proper save, not just a quick one, which I know sucks, but obviously I don't want this campaign to end. I'm really enjoying it, you guys are enjoying it. Loving Vin's stats, Humble Pairs histories, and I saw a few of you have even been contributing to Humble Pairs histories. Imperator, I think it was, in the last part actually added in a soldier's view of kind of the current situation in a letter or diary entry, which was great, and I love that you guys are doing that. You know, the community that has been created just around this Let's Play alone is fantastic, and that's what I want to create on YouTube. You know, not just the content, but the kind of seeing the community evolve around a series, a Let's Play. I saw it with the Adresian Kingdom Let's Play, when I think I've probably fought back from that was my like toughest campaign, the most enjoyable campaign I've ever done. This one is coming a close second though. But yeah, I don't want it to end. I still want to try and go for world domination, at least seeing what happens up until 1799, which is when we'll get our victory. You know, I want to see if we can take on, you know, more factions and what have you. But it does seem at the moment it's potentially getting a bit unstable. So as I said, you'll find in the description or rather save 70.4 and save 71. I would highly recommend you try and load 71 first. And obviously this is for Darthmod, so you will need to have that installed, the latest version of it. for Empire Total War. Default launcher settings, so just hit start on the launcher and then go with those. And then try and load 71. If it crashes, and with that, when you load into the game, it will load about 1/10 of the way along the loading bar. Then there'll be a brief audio cutout, and then it will continue loading for a few more seconds, and then it will crash. If that happens, then load up 70.4. Check that that works. Let me know about that. And then basically it's up to you whether or not, you want to see if there's an alternate solution to this issue than giving them commie. Some of you might say just give them some land in the New World. The problem is, give them the land in the New World, take Gdansk, that kills them in Europe, which actually makes the faction die and spawns a new faction. So originally I was thinking, I'll just go and conquer York Factory and put Austria over there. Not a problem, we'll never have to hear about them again. But however, that will not be Austria, that will be like New Austria, or whatever faction spawns once they die. Because once you kill them off in Europe, all their colonies in either India or America spawn into their own factions. They rebel, basically. So that does not work. I have tested that out this morning. Unfortunately, that does not work either. So yes, I am open to suggestions. I could try a fresh install of Empire and Darthmod. That's something I've not tried, but it seems like it will load some games, and it does very much seem that it is centered around whether or not Austria is still alive. I've killed Prussia, but obviously every time I get to the final settlement of a faction, I am going to be, making loads and loads of saves and looking at contingency plans if I have to pull out. Obviously, I know this makes things very difficult for Humble Pair going forward in continuity, so, leave me a comment, dude, or email me, or tweet me, and we'll discuss how the history of Maratha is going to go through this turbulent time. But yeah, if you think that this is the most apt situation to go from, then let me know. And if you're happy with this, well, obviously, I doubt anyone's going to be happy with it, but that's kind of the concession we've got to make for this campaign to continue, otherwise it ends, because I can't load any further saves. I could play for 5-6 hours, try and get most of the map conquered, but I wouldn't have any way of saving that progress to continue later. And I can't leave the game running on my PC all the time, because I have other games that I have to, that I've got a series on that I need to record, so I don't think there's any way I can do it that way either. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. If we just kind of if we send them over there and just ignore Austria, we could try and force them into becoming a protectorate. At the moment, they won't take any deal for that, but we could work on that. If we, for the Humble Pair's history's sake, we could just pretend that we have killed them, and I don't know, that's an Austrian colony or prisoner colony or something we've established in Russia. Briefly, I don't know, because those armies had to go somewhere. It would make sense more that you would contain them somewhere rather than them all just disappearing or them wasting away. Well, I guess they would waste away, but there'd be rebels. If that's the case, then what I will do is then continue playing from this point. Basically look at what I did in part 71 and mimic that, so have the armies moving over here, have Tope moving this way, and try and do everything else exactly the same, so that we are then set up for part 72 to carry on from 71, the only difference being that Austria holds commie and is still alive and potentially my protectorate. So, hopefully that all made sense. But yeah, if you have any alternate suggestions or things you want to try out, then the save games are in the description. 70.4 will bring you, we'll load back up into 70.4 so you can see where you'll start off if you load that one up. 71, I'm not going to try and load that one up because it will just crash on my PC at the moment. But again, that's in the description if you want to try it to see if for some reason it will work on your PC and not mine. If that's the case, then there's a bit more hope. Then potentially I can try, I don't know, a fresh install or something. But, yeah, because obviously I don't know how many more factions it's going to happen with. Ultimately, if it does, then maybe if I can cut it down to just a few factions that are causing the problem, perhaps I could give them all land on Britain and the United Kingdom, and then finish them off in one final swoop in the final episode, as long as it will let me save. Anyway, 70.4, this is the save you will get. If you take out Gdansk without making peace with Austria first and giving them another region, your game will then crash when you make a save. You can try it out, though. By all means, give it a go. If you can find a way to carry on killing Austria and the saves work, definitely check that they work, make several of them, then great, let me know, I'd really appreciate it. So, that's where I'm going to wrap up for now. I guess there probably won't be a part on Friday because testing and just waiting for your feedback and seeing what you guys are saying. I'd like to give you some more time with that. So I'll put some XCOM 2 out instead, and hopefully finally get that Arnor Army of the Dead battle out Friday as well. There'll be some content then for you guys. But yes, my apologies. Obviously, it's not exactly my fault. I don't know if it's Darthmod or if it's just Empire being buggy underneath it all. But for some reason, you know, in a way, this is kind of poetic that Austria is giving me the ultimate middle finger. I can't continue my Let's Play unless they live. You know, I swear this game can hear me. I swear this game and the AI can hear me, because this is almost too weird that it's doing this. But anyway, that's the deal. Links are in the description. Until next time, don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Take pride and join the Legion. Check out my affiliates and sponsors, XMG, Greenman Gaming and GT Omega Racing. Until next time, where this is hopefully working again and we have a scenario that works going forward, ciao for now.